get service properly because we restarted them today. That was nice. And we curated them based on activity. So right now, active people are together with active people, less active people together with other less active people, and so on. I was actually reading today a couple of comments, from members in our community saying that they got out of the group chats and that helped them with not getting shadow banned. This is something I mentioned on Spaces also. I feel like there's definitely not one thing that gets you shadow banned, and it's definitely not the group chat. Maybe the way you interact with it might be, but I wouldn't really say that there's just one thing, that gets you shadow banned. However, if you go through a period like that, you want to be a little bit more inactive, as we said, you can just get away from the group chats, and then if you want to get back in, there's absolutely no problem. You can create a ticket and so on. And that's also like with regards to what you want to do with your account. So, you don't have to be in the group chats all the time, but you can, and you can come back. Man, just let me play some music. So I'll be here for half an hour at least, working on some shit. Maybe can I share screen here? I think I can. But I need to be careful, I don't want you guys to see my private tabs. But yeah, I might show you something. So yeah, I'll be right back. Bear with me for just a sec.
Bluetooth mode. Waiting for connection. Connected.
I don't even know if you guys can hear it, but I can hear it, which is all that matters, because I work best with music. You don't want to know, Riley. You don't want to know.
It was good.
Oh, what do we have? I don't even know how to get on this stage, fam. I don't even know who I'm. All right, Dom is here. I should have recognized your voice, fam.
It changes over the time. It's not like we speak every day for like 8 hours, but
yeah, it changes on the platform. On Discord you sound different. On Spaces you sound
actually,
different.
I don't use like my AirPods right now, so probably
Yo,
I'm on
what's up?
speaker.
What's up with Karen saying GM? Karen, it's like midnight for us. What the fuck? Just yeah, like GM. All right, GM. It's always morning for Karen, like for everyone. Hey, Tringo. Hey, fam. Thank you for joining. Oh, man, I was going over our private Twitter, and I'm accepting the same follower requests a couple of times. So I don't want to get ahead of myself, but I do think that Twitter fucked up private accounts too at this point. I don't think they work properly. I think they're fucked. So if that's the case, I don't know how we're gonna do this, because I cannot ask people, to interact with us if when they follow us and I accept it, it doesn't work. Like, to that, just making sure that, if we're gonna do this privately, at least it has to like work. Otherwise, you just have to go public. Just saying.
Twitter just doing Twitter things.
Yeah, I know. Oh yeah, Karen also asked. We have a channel which is not made public yet, Stoic, for recordings. It's not made public because we wanna post them on YouTube, so you can play them on Discord basically. So you don't have to download them, right? So we're getting our YouTube account verified, and then we're gonna be able to post. So I guess like tomorrow they're gonna be available. And it's not only gonna be the Discord sessions. I think we're also gonna do the spaces at some point. And we're looking into a couple of options to actually live stream rather than the spaces. I know Twitter allows you to live stream, but yeah, it's not great. So hopefully like from next week, we will be able to actually live stream on Twitter and record those and have them in the archive. That would be super dope. Oh, I know. Riley, what do you know, fam? You don't know anything about my private tabs, man. You don't know anything. My private tabs are, you know, they know more than the Matrix Oracle, fam. Crazy. Hmm. All right, guys. So we've got like, what? No, don't share them, fam. What do you mean share them? Do you have access to my computer? Don't scare me. I'm easily scared by those type of threats. No, you don't. Show me proof. If you show me proof, then I'll believe you. Aloha. I love aloha. Kool-Aid man. Oh man, I'm thinking right now, right? We spoke about our private Twitter a couple of days ago, and we already have like 180 people following. So that's awesome. That's absolutely awesome. And most of them are actually interacting. So I think doing this on Twitter makes sense, better than everything else. How would you guys go about, making sure that we put everything on Twitter, but also like, remind people once we post? Because I found it a little bit hard, right? You follow a lot of people, you've got a lot of tweets on your timeline. It's hard sometimes, and you might miss it. You might be away for a couple of days. You might have something else to do. And yeah, I wanted to kind of send DMs to everyone, and that's decent now, with the 100, 200, let's say 300 people. But once it gets like over 500, then it's going to be super, super hard to actually remind everyone in DMs. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe you guys have an idea about how to make sure that people that follow the Twitter account actually engage with it as well, because we're not posting every day. It's like once or twice a week, right? But when we do, it's like a question that we need answered to kind of collect all the feedback from the community and know which direction we should go towards. So that's my biggest problem right now, honestly. It's kind of, no, aloha is like, yeah. I think aloha is just the way you greet people when you're on holidays. That's how I see it. Do you?
Isn't that like Hawaiian, just dialect and language?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought. It's like when you go in Hawaii, for me, it's synonym with holiday. Yeah. What?
Look it up. There's people living there.
Where, in Hawaii? No.
Apparently.
No. No. Besides the hospitality workers, nobody works there. No. No. I mean, they do live there full time, but on holidays. Like, that's what's gonna happen. Or of course you cannot send pictures, Riley. You don't have them. Let's create guilds, Lewis says. Each Twitter group is a guild led by one of the head creators with activity comms and other fun stuff. I need to get my... It's my... All right. Now you guys might find it funny, but yeah, I still use pen and paper for some shit. Dom, can you imagine? This is the backpack that I haven't unpacked since our trip to Bucharest. It's just, it's the same.
Just boys will be boys.
My mom actually, my mom came over at one point and she was like, yo, that suitcase is there for like a week. Are you going to unpack it? I was like, don't touch it. It's my, I unpack it whenever I want to. Don't tell me what to do.
Exactly. Yes. Do you remember the times, in the university where you would come to university on Monday, you would bring a bag full of, clean clothes, and you would get an outfit, wear it, put it back in the bag, and you go back to your like hometown on Friday, and your mom just picks up the bag and washes everything.
I do remember. Those were the good times, for sure. But for me, it was also, my usually my suitcase, like, sports one, like from training and shit, right? But yeah, I always want to take care of that myself, especially like packing it, unpacking it, and doing all the washings. Yeah, I mean, come on, who's gonna do that? Moms are that's what they're for.
There's like this saying. Actually, how do you call it? My grandma has the little thingy you put on the fridge. Like what's this called? Like a magnet?
Yeah, I
Uh,
think so.
yeah.
Magnet.
And it says God created grandmas because he couldn't make it in time everywhere.
All right, I'm just gonna take the note from Louis, right? With the Twitter guilds. That actually makes a lot of sense. Uh, because I know we do have a lot of people that just want to get involved and help us somehow, and that could be one of the ways. Because as we grow, it's gonna be pretty tough for us to manage this on our own. But yeah, man, grandmas are the best. Grandmas should live forever. It should be like once you're a grandma, that's it. Like you have to live forever. It has to be. I miss my grandma. What can I say? Uh, all right, Fiona is here also. You're not late, Fee. This is like it's chilling. We're just yeah, just like
Everyone else was just early, Fiona. Have the queen mentality.
the Pengu princess mentality. You know,
Yeah, exactly.
Twitter guilds for the creators Twitter. That was good feedback. Also, Fiona, have you seen we're raffling a pudgy on Friday? Oh, look at Henry. He's kind of fat. Just saying, Yeah. Dom
Now
is
Karen is gonna give you hell.
wow.
I know
Wow.
that he's bad, but
He's actually he's so slim. He's like this yeah. Apache? What do you mean an Apache, Fiona? No. All right, a skinny king. I would love to. I actually have snacks here. I have dog snacks. I should have dogs. Uh, I think I do.
Henry doesn't like staring into cameras. We all know that, Karen.
Yeah, exactly. He's buff. All right, strong. That's cool. What did you mean, Fee, with an Apache? Not an Apache. I said Apache. Apache. We're raffling Apache penguin. Hmm. I love what Mike is saying. One day at a time. That's the way. That's definitely the way. Oh. All right. I hope you don't disappear, Stoic. But if you do, we're gonna be here praying for you to get electricity back. All right. On to a little bit more serious stuff. Pitbulls? No, of course. Like usually smaller dogs are more aggressive than bigger ones. I once had an American Staffordshire and he was afraid of smaller dogs. So, you know. All right, the audio. Is the audio terrible for everyone or is it just me? Because I'm trying to figure out if this is like Discord stages
For me,
quality.
it's fine. For me, it's fine.
All right, so I guess it's Fiona. All right. Good quality. Thank you guys. Yeah, I was saying we're gonna try to do some live streams on Twitter as we start building this out. I think it's gonna be super exciting because Twitter offers a different platform for that. We're still gonna do some Discord stuff, of course, but I think Twitter is gonna change the game for us in terms of exposure that we can get on everything that we're doing, and then we're gonna have more interest in what we're doing, and then we're gonna have a bigger sample of people that we can select from to become members of the community. And the goal, guys, for those of you that are kind of asking themselves, what's the goal of doing this? Well, from my experience in Web3, if you do manage to build a community before you actually try to create the product, and you have a decent number of people involved, because I'm aware nobody is able to be 100% involved all the time, right? But from a bigger sample, a couple hundred people that really shared the vision and they worked actually and they kind of built a product together, that can be the difference between like a blue chip community and just, you know, a community that is based on hype. From the answers I was reading, to our questions, what are the biggest problems that creators face in Web3? One of the most common ones was that, like, people look at projects or communities and they say that it's hard to maintain hype, right? Like it's hard to maintain interest, it's hard to maintain engagement, especially after you launch an NFT project. Everybody's hyped at the beginning. Then depending on what your plans are to deliver this and that, you might keep it up for a while, but then it eventually dies out in most cases. And I felt like that happens because you don't really build the community before you actually build the product, and you don't get them involved in building the product itself. So that's the goal here. It's kind of an experiment as well for me. And it's the most important I've had in my time. So in Web3. So I'm really curious, and I hope I'm right. I hope I'm right because not only this is going to be super important for me personally because of the time I'm investing in it, but also because it will either confirm or not my beliefs about how this space works, honestly.
We're,
Um,
we're kind of trying, so basically creating a university for ourselves, like
uh,
creating a book, a 101, and building a Web3 community 101, and you're being the lab rats here. We're testing you out.
no, we are the lab rats, Tom. We are the lab.
I'm joking, man. I'm just keeping
No,
it
but
keeping it light.
yeah. On a more serious note, yeah, I think that's interesting for me to see because right now the NFT space and Web3 space is not as it was last year, so you don't really have such a big influx of new people coming in. You don't really have the speculative nature of NFTs being the only thing that drives the space. So you've got people that have spent already some time here, and then if you manage to actually create a connection, create a community together with these people that already have some time in the space, then it's going to be super interesting to see how you can have them kind of connected in such a way that when we do release a product, of course, because they stayed with us from the beginning, they will be the first ones to benefit. But also, like, how would that make the community stand out from the crowd? If you think about what makes other communities stand out, it's usually their Twitter presence, their founders kind of activity. So yeah, man, I want a movement. I don't want a community. I want a movement. I think a movement takes time, but once you build it, it's super hard to fud or destroy or lose interest or engagement. So yeah, there's definitely gonna be some interesting times, and we're definitely gonna have some roadblocks at some point. But I don't know. I just have this vision that on the other side, no pun intended, fuck the other side. I don't hold any of their NFTs and I'm bitter. Um, but yeah, on the other side, I think it's uh it's this land, this promised land where you actually feel like you're the one that build the community as a member as well. So you identify with it in a different way. And then it becomes a lot easier for us to actually, evolve it, right? And bring partnerships and do what NFT projects have to do to be sustainable, which is get revenue streams, offer continuous benefits to holders, kind of reinvent themselves, right? We're talking here about brands, right? So yeah, it's hard. It's a long road, I think, if you want to do this sustainable. And yeah, let's see who sticks with us for the next couple of months, and who shares our vision. There are going to be some interesting conversations because we do have an idea about what we want to do. Also, for me, it was really important to talk with Sydney and understand the capabilities that our developers have, our capabilities as well, as a team to sustain this regardless of what happens. So for those of you that tuned into Spaces, you know that I always say this when it comes to like big brands jumping in Web3, right? Puma just sold out their collection, right? If you look at these big brands, they're different than just, you know, founders trying to start something on their own because they actually don't rely on the funding from the mint to build what they want to build, and they usually already have at least a part of the product that they want to release built out, and the strategy is totally different. So I just want to make sure as well, because this is the bear market, and it was super important for me to understand what are our capabilities. I got super excited once I talked with the devs, especially with Suites. You guys are gonna meet, like, this is what's gonna happen when you're gonna meet Suites, and Suites is our developer, our main developer. When he's gonna start talking about developer shit, because he's able to also explain it with really cool analogies. You're gonna see why I got so hyped working with him. Because I feel like there's nothing that this guy cannot do when it comes to us showing him a problem, coming up with a solution for it, and using technology to actually solve it. And yeah, one of the most important questions that we asked was on the creators profile yesterday, right? What are the biggest problems that creators face in Web3? I just wanted to kind of go over a couple of answers. And also, guys, if you don't follow the profile, please do. I'm going to drop it right now. Or if you haven't answered the question, I would love to hear your thoughts on it, because we're also indexing all the answers, trying to see what's the most common thing that people perceive as a problem. And with what we've got so far, try to explain how, our way of looking at these things could actually prove to be the solution for creators. So yeah, that's enough about about creators and the plans we've got for now. Just know that what we're doing right now is everybody likes to say we've got a long-term plan. We've got a long-term plan. We actually have a long-term plan that's measured in like decades and not years. So I think once you see that, and once you're gonna find out more about how that plays into the product itself, then you're gonna be more hyped than me, and I'm looking forward to that. Oh, we've got Ghoul also. Ghoul joined. I'm sending invites also to some people that didn't make it to the Discord. And there's actually gonna be a time, I think, in the next month where we will actually give our ambassadors the possibility to invite some more people on Discord that they believe can fit with our community. And yeah, that's gonna be important because we want to curate the community as well. So just making sure that we get the right people in for us to be able to hit the road running when it comes to it. So yeah, enough serious talk. I see a lot of you in the chats here. All right, I've got a lot of reactions on my. Thank you guys, I appreciate that. A couple of things. I'm still with COVID, but it's super lean on me. I'm feeling a lot better right now. But yeah, I just wanted to ask you guys, how do you think this private Twitter account works? Like, do you think it's a good way for us to actually mirror everything we're doing on Discord, also on the Twitter account? The idea is, of course, for the ones that don't use Discord that much to be able to see it on Twitter too. However, the problem is that we're limited when we're private. We cannot host spaces, and we're having some issues as well with some of the people that follow the account. I see Christian here also. Yeah, I didn't like Discord either. Like, that's the thing, it's of course it's not the platform of choice for everyone. I feel it's important to have a Discord as well for these more intimate talks. Circles on Twitter, you mean, right? Yeah, I looked into I looked into circles, but I don't know how that would help us. That basically allows you to just post for a group of people, right? Well, you know what? Twitter circles could actually serve. You're right, Stoic. So we've got the Twitter guilds, we've got Twitter circles. Cool feedback, guys. I love it. We might actually look into that. And see how we can work it out. Hopefully Elon is not gonna it's not gonna remove Twitter circles because with the amount of changes, what? No. What do you mean? I no. It's like I'm definitely not in the best shape because I've been inside for a couple of days with COVID, but yeah, man, it should be more than 6.9 out of 10, Riley. Why don't you show us your beard? Yo, Tauhid, what's up?
Yo, how's it going?
Well, it's going well, man. It's going well. We've had a busy day today, but we're cool. How about you?
Yeah, it's good. It's good. It can get better, you know. It's amazing. I, I just wanted to say about the private Discord. It's good for now, to onboard the people that are already in the Discord and uh, teach them how to use it and how to prepare for the bull market and all the people gonna get in the flow and get in the Discord.
Yeah.
Uh, it was, yeah, last year it was so crazy and all the Discord and invite links, and it was so fast, and so many people just jump in the Discord and say hello and chat all the time, and spamming the chat, and that was really crazy last year. But right now we have so many good people on here, and they are amazing that what they are doing in what they are doing, and you know uh, together we can get prepared for the bull run and for the uh, that hype that is gonna come to us, and I think it's the best time to get on board the people that get the know better how Discord works and how we can have the events on here and how can manage the chats and all the things. Well,
Yeah,
that's it. Yeah.
Tauhid, I remember like the problem with Discord is this. If you look at when we opened this one, right? And this one was not public. Like we did invites one by one. But even if you look at the announcements right now, just like you can scroll up and look at the announcements. As soon as you go on a Discord server and you open it, that's when you get the hype. That's when people are interested. They're focused for about 1 or 2 days most of the times, right? If you don't launch. The difference with last year is that, of course, most of the people that would join, they would do it in order to mint because, every freaking project was like a 10x. So they didn't do any research. They just wanted to ask, all right, how do I get on the whitelist? When is the mint? What's the price? That's it. And maybe a couple of questions here and there. I'm talking about the majority of people, not all of them, because you also had people that, wanted to do some research, that wanted to know the founders. But the majority of them, that's how the hype was created, right? Because a lot of people would join a lot of servers. Now, if you look at the reactions, for example, on our announcements, right? We had like 200, 150. And then, of course, as we didn't really have anything for people to look forward to as, a mint or some sort of event immediately, then we lost the attention of the majority of the people. And that's normal because you have so many Discord servers. You join one, you might pay attention to it for a bit, and then it just goes there. So unless somebody tells you that something happens, your attention is not going to be there. But that's fine with us because we don't plan on launching anything at the moment. So it's exactly as you said. Right now, it's the best time to actually try and build something sustainable, to build a community in a different way. If you do have the resources and time, of course, to invest, right? Because we do have a big team and we've been doing this for a while right now on Twitter, and we're doing it on Discord right now. So of course, you do need to have the resources and the people to actually do this over a long period of time and come out on the other side with what I call the core of the community. If the core of the community is built during the bear market and people understand the vision and they see what we're trying to do, then when we open to the public, then it's going to be a hyped community. But the difference is that our core will be already used to what we're doing. They will know everything. So then you will have an easier time to actually explain to everyone, why this is a special thing. But you're right. It's a good time to do it. I guess, as I said, we're going to maybe have ambassadors at some point, invite other people. It's a bit too early right now, in my opinion. We're going to be doing these stages and live streams on Twitter for at least the next 3 months. At least the next 3 months, nothing is going to be released. We're just going to try to, you know, grow the community slowly but surely, and also get feedback and answers and decide together with the community direction that we're going to go towards. So that's the plan.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. I see how how much is the range that you get target of the user. You know,
Yeah.
because of all the uh, ambassador roles and all these things. You know, I know you want to onboard many people on here, and you want to have a big community that the community they know each other and they connect with each other, and I think it's going to be huge. You know, if you are doing great right now and you're taking one step at a time,
Yes.
and I see that we were we, in all the communities and so many projects that we saw. You know, that they just come and use the hype and launch and leave the project. You know, but what I seeing here, it's so great. You know, people are connecting to each other, and people are helping to each other, and not rushing in anything, and that's amazing. I think if we can have this, if we can make a balance in it, I think it's going to be huge.
Yes, sir. I share the same view. I share the same view. I think if we manage to do this slow and steady, as I said, then we will literally have something really special on our hands. I don't think I've seen a community build so far like the one we're trying to do. And yes, it's gonna be slower than usual, but also it's gonna be a lot more sustainable than most because people know. I mean, look, I spend so much time with my team, but also with people on Spaces, and right now it's gonna be on Discord, and they're gonna have the live streams. Like I know, I already get to know you guys. Like we share personal stuff at some point. I speak, I consider some of you more my friends than people in real life, and that's like right now. Imagine how that would feel like in 6 months. Yeah, of course, you're not gonna have the flippers come here and be excited about it. They're gonna come later, but that's the thing. If you are one of those people, that's fine. Every project needs that also at some point. However, if you get in on the ground floor, how Americans put it, like very early, and you actually do this together with us, it's not only, that you're going to get, of course, more benefits than the others, but it's like accessing all the resources that we access ourselves, right? So I guess that's what I wanted when I entered this space, and I couldn't get under any circumstance. I just wanted to have access to people that had a little bit more experience than me, and to have my questions answered, and to be able to debate and to be able to learn, right? Staying away from scammers and shit. And I couldn't. I really couldn't. I remember so many accounts that I was trying to reach out to. Farov was one of them. Back in my day, Art Chick was a big thing for those of you that remember her, and a couple of others also. Most of them, and this is actually something very sad for me, Farokh is not one of them because he kept on building shit. So regardless of what he did in the past, the guy is still trying to push the boundaries. He's working in Web3. But most of the people that I looked up to when I entered the space, more than 50% are not here anymore. You know why? Because they cashed in, they got their bags, and they left. And they're going to be back once the bull market is back. And those are the people that I'm trying to stay away from. And that's the thing I want to do different. Like, if you're just going to be here when money flies around and, you just put something out and a lot of people, go for it because you have an audience or you have a reach or you manage to build a presence for yourself on Twitter. That's different. That's based solely around hype. And that's why people say 95% of the NFT projects will die, because that's actually the sad truth. If you do rely solely on hype and you build your community around your product and not the other way around, like I said in my thread, most of the times you will not survive for more than a year. And if you look at NFT projects that still have some volume and still have some activity, because it's not only about secondary market sale, it's also about, the community being active and people actually connecting with one another, helping one another, and seeing a type of benefit from being part of this thing you're trying to create. Most of them just died. And yeah, the way we chose to do this, it's actually kind of an insurance that it doesn't happen that way. Oh, I'm sorry, my cough and my COVID is going. What? All right. Chewy's here. Who got ratioed? I got ratioed?
No. Chewy got. 'Cause, you
Hey,
just
I got. I basically said if I get 10 reactions, I'll put my camera on, and I got
Come on,
absolutely
Jay.
ratioed. I'm trying to. I realize that my animes is still linked to it, so I need to switch that off. Let me just.
put on the alien, man. Put on
Can you
the
imagine?
alien.
Yeah, can you imagine if you
Should I do
show
that?
alien? Yes,
Of course,
that's
of course.
awesome.
Alien.
I'll do the alien first,
If nobody
and then I
saw,
promised.
if nobody saw Chewy's alien, you're gonna flip. I flipped.
That's literally one of the most insane things I've seen today.
Yes. Oh man, Chewy, I want to ask you, that avatar of yours, it's an AI version of you, right?
Yes, correct. Yeah, it's a project that I'm working on currently with just exploring some different things. It's basically explores graffiti and stuff like that in terms of like AI and graffiti and stuff. It's pretty cool.
Look, Doug Bond is saying that this might be the first time seeing you, and I also wanted to remind you of one thing
The alien.
that still lives on my phone. Do you recognize this, Chewy?
Oh my god, yes, I do. I absolutely do. That's awesome.
I actually explained to some people that this is an AI, and it's unique and it's one-on-one. Some people looked at her eyes and said they're so scary. And I said, no, you don't get me. Oh my God, Chewy, can you look at Chewy?
Yeah. Hi. Hi everyone.
Amazing.
How are you doing?
Oh
You right?
my God, it is dope.
It is really dope. I love it. So so this is one of the other kind of projects that I'm working on, which is basically seeing if we can develop an avatar that you can wear, like this one. So as a PFP project and stuff like that, which I think is absolutely awesome. I mean, who doesn't want to wear their
Do the
PFP,
dance.
right? And
Dances,
stuff
dude.
like that. What dance? I don't dance. I'm an alien. I don't do chicken
Dude, the
dances.
dance.
I don't do any chicken dances and stuff like that. And hip hop, I definitely don't do hip hop.
It's so cool.
Fucking amazing.
And stuff like that. But but I am an alien, and every alien needs a gun, don't they? So there you go. That's my little gun. But I'm a friendly alien.
So yeah,
So
chicken.
true. You're alien, and Elon. I think you're. No, you're an alien, and he is. I think.
You think he is an alien?
Yeah. Yeah, he's from Mars. He's trying to make his spaceship and go there.
No, absolutely. Let me see if I can get my video. There we go. This is my video, and
I actually
we're
tweeted.
still waiting.
I took a screenshot. I don't know. I was too hyped seeing Chewy's alien, so I wanted to share it. And also, Tauhid, I'm sorry. I also caught you in the photo. I hope you don't mind.
There we go. That's me.
Yo, Chewy!
Let's fucking go.
Till I jumped up thinking I had the camera situation figured out because I gave it access, but I still can't figure out this damn thing, how to put it on the video.
No, I didn't realize mine was on animes, but it's quite simple. If you go into user settings and then go to voice and video, and then you've got to scroll down and just pick the camera that you're basically using. I've got 6 different cameras, weirdly, but because I used to stream a lot, so I've even got like a professional kind of like mic that I used to use, and my green screen behind me as well. and
He's on
everything.
another
So,
level, man. He's
like,
just on another
yeah.
level.
Got me chair as well, my streaming chair.
You look so Greek.
That's amazing, too.
I get that too as well. I look very Greek, and I've also
Why?
shaved today as well. So yeah, just
Like,
for the video.
is it because of the beard? That's why people say all the time, right? Like that's how
When I shave completely, I've been mistaken. It's really weird, but I get mistaken for being somebody all the time. To me, and it's like really. So I've had when I'm in Ireland, I've had people convinced I was Mo Salah. You know, the footballer, like big time. You know, like
did you have your hair like
I was actually on my way to the barbers at the time. Yeah, and this guy was convinced I was Mo Salah. Do you know what I mean?
oh my god,
And
that's
it was, yeah, he's Egyptian, isn't he? Mo Salah, I think.
who was like, let's see, because Chewy, the girls are talking right now. I don't know if you see the
The
chat.
girls, yeah.
Who did you think Chewy was blonde with blue eyes? Because I never thought that. I was like, I don't know. I pictured Chewy more or less as he is. I don't know.
Blonde with blue eyes.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, exactly. You were in my mind. Exactly like that Angelique said.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I am from London, and London is a very diverse place. But
It is.
yeah,
It
I think
is.
Yeah, exactly.
I think, yeah, somebody said once that they were, they thought that I would be like a version of the son of David Attenborough, you know? So when they saw me, they were completely shocked as well, you know?
Well,
Look at what Fiona said. OMG.
oh,
She's still in shock.
yes, Fiona, I think.
Yeah.
Like, you remember, I actually remember Fiona's tweet, right? So Fiona has this thing where she is really into voices, but then she has to match, right, the voice with the person. She talked about the Mandalorian, if you guys remember. And she said that she would have loved for the Mandalorian never to take his helmet off. So I
That's
guess,
hilarious.
you know, the son of what?
Well, how long have you, Chewy, how long have you and Fiona been talking on Spaces now before this, obviously, the first time she's seen you?
Ages.
God, 5 months, 4 months, maybe.
So she's already
Wow.
developed this whole picture in her head of
Yeah,
what
yeah.
she assumes. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know,
Hey, Chill, did you try the cold shower thing yet? It boosts that immune system too, you know.
my guy, I so want to do it. I think I'm going to start doing it, you know. I started feeling better today, but listen, I got home and I fell to COVID. So I was like, that's not the time for me to start cold showers. I
True
was
story.
I was literally cold in 24 degrees all the time. So I was like, yeah, no, this is not
But just
happening.
remember, bring it down nice and easy, gradually. Otherwise, you'll just like shock the shit out of yourself, you know?
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, look, for me, the first step is going to be to not take really hot showers. Like, because I take really, so that would be the first step. And then slowly, I think maybe in a couple of weeks, I will transition to like lukewarm water and, you know, just going to try to do it gradually.
Doesn't matter. It's a marathon, not a sprint, right? We got time.
Yeah, freaking COVID and the cough, man. I mean, I love Chewie's avatar. I think it looks exactly like him, but with the green stuff and I don't know. I just like it. I think it's got definitely a vibe. Do you wear hats like that, Chewie?
I do, yeah. I'm just thinking, do I have a hat in here?
Do you
I've
have
got
your-
my.
Do you have your hats?
I've got these as well, so I sometimes wear these as well.
Wow.
My pixel
Let's
glasses.
fucking
Yeah.
go, fam. Let's fucking go.
I've got different colors as well. I quite like the pink ones. These are pretty cool.
We can do this also.
Yeah.
Does this look more badass,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Yeah,
I
that's
look
so
like-
cool.
What do you think? The
Frank.
black or the?
Yeah,
You gotta go with
Those
the
have
black.
more
dude.
pixels.
The
Yeah,
black,
black
one,
ones.
the black.
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 Go for the black.
Goat.
So
That
these
is-
are my pixel glasses. Yeah, and they just make me feel cool. You know.
But you are. You definitely are.
100%.
my glasses also, these ones, they're made for like seeing also, you know, so I can be like this all the time and people will just think that I took drugs.
Alan saying, man, Chewy, when we meet, you're going to get a huge shock. I don't know. I've got an image of you, Alan. So Alan, actually, we work together in this other community, and he lives maybe, I don't know, 15 minutes away from me. So, and we've never met. And I've never seen Alan, what he looks like, but he's seen what I look like. So, but we've been wanting to kind of meet for a drink now 6 months, I think. And yeah, it's just been very difficult to actually
Are you
do.
guys
But
the same? Is he in London actually as well?
no, he's close. He's like Maidstone way. And I'm kind of more Sevenoaks way, essentially. So yeah, it's not that. Yeah, 20 minutes tops,
Oh,
essentially.
right. That's all right. I remember, you know, when I was living in London, I had to take the bus at one point to visit one of my friends, and it took me like an hour and 40 minutes. So 20 minutes is good. It's good time for London traffic. It's good stuff. Guys, it's amazing to see you on camera. I think we're gonna, you know, Junior, I think we just had to tell Junior if he would have been here for sure. So I guess like for the next events, I'm gonna make sure that we advise everyone who's not paying too much attention to Discord as well to join us. Maybe we're gonna have a watch party at some. I don't know. I'm just starting to discover stages, right? There are a couple of things that we can do here. Like I can share screen. Can we have a watch along a movie night or something here?
Yes, sir, you can.
Yeah, we can.
Are you kidding?
I'm in.
Can I just watch Avenue 5 with everyone for 3 days?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah,
Exactly. Yes.
Hey, I'm
And
gonna do
it's
some
so
kind of
cool.
little.
And it's so cool.
Chewy's gonna have to give me some instructional video how to access this video, though.
yeah. That's weird. So did you go into settings, user settings, and check that?
Regular phone settings or the app settings?
Oh, are you on the phone?
Yeah, this is all mobile.
Oh, on the iPhone.
Yeah.
That
On the
should
bottom,
just
I
work.
got a little. Yeah, no, it's on the bottom. I got a little like person switch, which is switch back down the listener, a microphone, the comment button, and then the end button. So there's no video option.
That's weird.
Is your app updated?
I believe so. I think I have automatic updates, but I'm gonna look into it. So next time we'll be able to show my pretty ass mug.
Well, I'm pretty sure you're gonna get it right, Blue, at some point. But I guess Discord is a platform that works better on desktop, while Twitter is a platform that works better on mobile. So yeah, somebody's saying like, not somebody, Craig is saying when poker night. That's movie night, poker night. I mean, look, I'm telling you something, like my favorite activity on this planet is actually show people and watch together with them, you know, series and stuff that I consider to be good. So if I will start doing that on Discord, man, I don't think they're going to get me away from stages for a while, you know? I'm just going to be here chilling and watching, you know, series with people and just working at the same time. I will never leave the house. Literally, they're going to have to drag me out.
A little secret. I did. You know, there was this trend where you've got the movie and somebody talks about kind of what's happening and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it was all scripted. So I had somebody feeding me kind of like jokes to add in and stuff like that. And I did that for a year. But nobody knew it was me. It was kind of like a character build, a bit like Chill Pill, kind of like that kind of concept. But it was, you know, and but I was the voice behind that. Essentially, it was quite funny.
Get everyone's notifications to on for easier. Yes, I know, Doug. I was thinking about that also, but it's yeah, I cannot really, you know, impose that on people. We're just gonna remind them for sure. But yeah, at this point, as I said, like for me at this point, it's actually doable to reach out in DMs whenever we need something and be like, yo, you know, if you wouldn't mind, just, you know, reply to this post, give us your feedback. I guess like for a month, that would be doable. After that, I completely agree with you. We're going to have to to ask people to set notice on, but also since we're not gonna post more than like a couple times per week, that's actually decent. Because what I hate also myself is like have notifications on for people that post 20 times a day, because then my feed gets just flooded. But cool. I love your feedback for today, guys. I took a couple of notes that are really important. I'm gonna actually order something to eat, get back to work for a bit, but let's do this again. I loved it. It feels a lot more intimate than Twitter Spaces, and I get to have the chat on the right, which is amazing, and I get to see you guys, which is also amazing. So let's do this again, and
Hey,
much
chill.
yeah.
Real quick, you mind sharing, what was the highlight with Dom can chime in too? What was the highlight of your guys' first meetup?
Man, first of all, I was really afraid that the conversations between us would feel kind of forced. When you meet somebody for the first time and you have high expectations and you're like, conversation must flow because, we've been speaking for a while and we kind of click, but in real life, sometimes it's not valid, right? And not only with Tom, I met with the entire team. So yeah, the highlight was that, like literally, it was the same. Like there was no difference. I actually enjoyed the guy more in real life than I do over Google Meet, just seeing him. And he's tall as fuck also. I was like, Jesus Christ, But that was the highlight, man. We clicked the same way that we clicked when we first met on Spaces and started working together the next day. That's what happened with us in real life also. So I could definitely see me, hanging around with Dom whenever I have the time, and hopefully we're gonna live in the same area. We plan on doing that at some point. So yeah, man, I found a friend, which doesn't happen very often. You can find friends online, that's fine.
I'm
When you
gonna
meet them
fucking
in
cry
real life,
right now. I'm gonna go to the fucking corner and I'm gonna cry.
why do you think I have sunglasses on, fam?
Bro, who the fuck is cutting onions at fucking 11 p.m., man?
Yeah, but that's thank you
That's
for
awesome.
that.
That's awesome. And you guys got a lot of friends here. Don't worry about that.
Much love, fam. I'm looking
Absolutely.
forward to I don't know, a conference, whatever, an event, or we're just gonna do it ourselves. We don't need somebody to organize it for us, Creators meetup is gonna be something that we can do this year. Yeah. All right, Chewy, you're right about Greeks. Wink, wink. Good night, creators. All right, let's wrap this up. Much love, guys. I feel like an asshole with the sunglasses, but since Chewy put them on, I was like, I need to be a badass also. Meetup would definitely happen. All right, something got in your eye, Mike. It's fine. Dom is the same. I'm cool. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a good night. We'll see you, another time. I'll just post about it. I might just do this every day, but just keep an eye on the announcements and you're gonna see it.
Much love, everyone, and see you on Spaces tomorrow.
Take care. Yeah, see you on
See you
stage
guys.
tomorrow.
Good night, everyone.